Number 2 is Borough Hill Lad, ridden by Phil Tuck. 3, the Blinker Coombs Ditch, Colin Brown. 4, the Scottish Raider, Earls Brigg, Geordie Dunn. 5, Half Free, Ben DeHaan. And number 9, Wayward Lad, ridden by Graham Bradley. 5 runners then for this King George VI chase.
Even the Tom Whittle chase, John, his most recent run, when he looked all over a winner, but in the end was run out of it by Earls Brigg. Here he is out clear with, I mean, he's going to beat Earls Brigg there, really, but the Hill running catches him.
Yeah, and they've ridden him differently there. Apparently, they made all of the running on him that day, let him go along and use his jumping, which is probably the right thing to do. Earls Brigg has made a terrible blunder there. Forgive and forget the Gold Cup when he's out the back. And you wouldn't have taken money about him getting beaten here.
And some people have even queried his resolution now. I know you went on him at Liverpool last year, and he did seem to respond, but it's just how much he responds here.
Yeah, I wouldn't have doubted his resolution there. I mean, he's given everything and he's done everything. He's just got done right on the line there. I mean, it would have been a hard man to say he didn't try his best there. I'd have said he, tried 110%.
But John, a horse perhaps who's not quite as good as he was.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the Gold Cup horse was behind him there. Earls Briggs, he's sort of no slouch. And he seems to have regained his form. He seems to have just lost his form for a year or so, and he seems to have got it back again. I just don't know whether going around here, always on the turn and taking on good horses will suit him.
And for you and Borough Hill Lad?
Yeah, the horses.
I don't know. There is Wayward Lad, looking as always superb. He's the most elegant looking horse, and well, Graham Bradley must love him. But the question is, or the question Derek put to him was, does he think that Wayward Lad is quite the horse he was?
Possibly not, Derek. He's still a very, very good horse, though, but he's got to get £13 off Borough Hill Lad in a handicap. So he's got a stiff task today, really.
But he likes Kempton. How much difference will that make?
It'll make a lot of difference. When Borough Hill Lad beat him at Chepstow, he didn't go any sort of a gallop whatsoever. It didn't suit him because he's lost his toe. He loves it round Kempton. He's won 2 King Georges. The ground's just probably come a bit too soft for him, but he still should run very, very well.
Everybody says that Wayward Lad likes Kempton. I remember you saying that you were off a bit all the way when you won on him.
The day I won the King George on him, if it had been a 2.5 mile race, I'd have been beaten 12 lengths. I mean, all he does now is keep galloping, and I just think the ground will be a little bit too soft for him. He's a wonderful action horse. I mean, he's a real athlete. He loves to spring off the ground. And I just remember when I went down the far side last year on Borough Hill Lad, and Wayward Lad had been going along with me all the way, and this horse was choking really badly. I just wonder, very often horses will remember if they've had a nasty experience. Something wasn't quite right with him
What
that
about
day.
Half Free, John?
The course will suit him. I mean, his ideal trip is 2.5 round Cheltenham, 3 round here should suit him. The only doubt I have in my mind is whether the soft ground will stop him. They're much sooner than you would like very often.
Exactly. Well, the best of luck to them. They're lining up with Borough Hill Lad in front at the moment. There you are, Graham.
And Borough Hill Lad, the 65 on chance as Earls Brigg lines up under orders, and they're away. And it's Borough Hill Lad, the leader, from Earls Brigg in second place. Wayward Lad and Half Free. Coombs Ditch being held up in arrears at the first of the 19 fences. And they're all jumped in safely. The next one they take is Open Ditch and Earls Brigg on the right. Borough Hill Lad with the hoop sleeves. Then comes Wayward Lad, the first ditch. So it's Earls Brigg the leader from Borough Hill Lad second and Wayward Lad third. Then Coombs Ditch and Half Free as they turn into the back straight where they have 4 to jump, and there's not that much pace on. Of course, with Akareen and Zasarovic being non-runners and both those effective pacemakers, the whole complexion of the race changes. Earls Brigg the leader from Borough Hill Lad in second, and then Wayward Lad in third and Half Free and Coombs Ditch. Coming to the third, Earls Brigg in third, and Coombs Ditch and half free to the first of the open ditches that they have to jump. They're all over that. Earls Brigg, Barrow Hill Lad, then Wayward Lad, then Coombs Ditch and half free. Come down to the fifth. And it's Earls Brigg on the outside of Barrow Hill Lad to the sixth. Earls Brigg, Barrow Hill Lad, Wayward Lad, Coombs Ditch, half free just the back marker, turning into the home straight and towards the seventh. Earls Brigg on the outside of Barrow Hill Lad, to Wayward Lad in third, and then Coombs Ditch in the blinkers. Half free, just not in the picture at the moment, but close up. Barrow Hill Lad really running away with Phil Tuck at this stage. 2 miles left to race. Earls Brigg on the outside, Wayward Lad back in third. Then comes Coombs Ditch. And they're all over that. So to the eighth. Earls Brigg on the outside of Barrow Hill Lad. Then comes Wayward Lad. Coombs Ditch and half free. And then down to the ninth. Barrow Hill Lad. John Oaksey really enjoying himself.
Jumping red. Oh, well, just as I said that, of course, Barrow Hill Lad hit the first fence he's hit so far. But as John has said, he's so strong that he can get away with things that other horses wouldn't. John, how do you think it's going?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the old horse look so happy in a race for a long time until he just made that mistake. He was going along with his ears pricked, loving it. I mean, he loves this soft ground. They're all going well at the moment. Coombs Ditch hasn't settled a bit so far. They've got no gallop at all. They must be going to quicken up here now. Whether it's they've quickened up early enough to now to take the speed off these two horses at the back, I don't know.
Coombs Ditch, as you say, has been pulling very hard, hasn't he?
Yeah,
they've
got no gallop. It's obviously a lot softer than it looks.
Yes, Coombs Ditch jumping very big, but I would think that Colin will let him get a little bit closer now. He's still pulling hard at this stage. You wouldn't like to name the winner, would you?
Wouldn't like to name the winner, no. I'd like to be able to.
They're really none of them out of it. I wouldn't myself give Earls Brigg too much chance because I don't think he's got much acceleration. But Wayward Lad moved up there to join Barrow Hill Lad for the first time. And he's still going well, and so's Earls Brigg, now that I've said that. So all 5 are still in it with a chance.
And they've got 7 more to jump. Barrow Hill Lad, starting price 5 to 4 on, Coombs Ditch 3 to 1. Earls Brigg 7 to 1, 12 to 1 bar the 3. This is the 7th from home, a plain fence. Earls Brigg on the right, just a length or so off Barrow Hill Lad, who's just beginning to pick in the pace a bit. Phil Tuck comes down towards the 14th. 6 from home, this is the last ditch they have to jump. Barrow Hill Lad 2 from the right, the horse of the breast girth comes to it. Oh dear, he got away with it. Earls Brigg a slight mistake. Wayward Lad half free, getting closer, and he's got speed over 2.5. Coombs Ditch is not out of it, although just back in 5th place as they come down to the 5th from home. And it's Barrow Hill Lad from Earls Brigg and Wayward Lad, and now Coombs Ditch and half free, and Barrow Hill Lad still in the lead. 4 out this, Barrow Hill Lad, the better jump by Earls Brigg. Wayward Lad gets a good run through on the inside, and Graham Bradley at last commits, and the pace quickens now. It's Wayward Lad, Barrow Hill Lad matching strides with him. Then comes Earls Brigg, who gets a reminder, but look at Coombs Ditch. Colin Brown sitting confidently there, and Ben DeHaan back in 5th place. They've got 3 more fences to jump in this, the King George VI chase. As they level up for home, Wayward Lad, Barrow Hill Lad, Coombs Ditch, Earls Brigg gets a reminder, and then half free. So they're coming down towards the 3rd last. Barrow Hill Lad, Wayward Lad, and look at Coombs Ditch in behind them. 3 out this, a good jump from Barrow Hill Lad, but Coombs Ditch getting closer on the inside. Earls Brigg staying on, Wayward Lad with him, coming down to the 2nd last, and the roar goes up for Barrow Hill Lad as Wayward Lad matches strides with him and gets the better jump. Graham Bradley on Wayward Lad. Wayward Lad from Barrow Hill Lad, and now Coombs Ditch next to the rails. It's Wayward Lad going for a historic 3rd win in this race. The leader as he comes down to the line. Wayward Lad, but Coombs Ditch now the challenger. Wayward Lad in race, but she's going to be second and over. It's fighting back. It's coming up towards the line. Wayward Lad and Filmstitch. Wayward Lad and Filmstitch. Wayward Lad wins it just from Filmstitch in a photo. Back to third was Earls Brigg. Back in fourth. Burrihill Lad, and last of all was half free, and so 12-1. The winner for a historic third time is number 9, Wayward Lad. In fact, officially, of course, it is a photo for me, though. Wayward Lad has won it by Mr. Les Abbott and Mrs. S.N. Fearless, trained at Harewood by Monica Dickinson and ridden by Graham Bradley. Superbly ridden by Graham. If he's got up, I believe that he has. Second was number, or at least also in that photo, is number 3, Coombs Ditch, ridden by Colin Brown. I'm afraid beaten for the second time. And third was number 4, Earls Brigg. The disappointment of the race was Burrihill Lad, who dropped tamely away when the pace really quickened up. But let's see if you agree with me and Wayward Lad having won this, the King George VI chase.
Well, what a race. History being made. The first horse ever to win the race 3 times. But at this stage, John, I thought Colin Brown had done it just right. I thought he was going to get there.
Yeah, Colin's ridden a lovely race. He's done nothing wrong at all. He's ridden the horse to perfection.
But what about this old horse, Wayward Lad? Gummy runs on, doesn't it?
Fantastic. I'm really pleased to see him win. As I said, I mean, he had a sort of nasty run here last year. It's great. I mean, great training performance by Mrs. Dickinson to bring him back and win this race.
Wonderful. And he's now won more prize money, quite a lot more prize money than any other jumper in history, because he's overtaken Burrihill Lad, held Coombs Ditch, made history. A wonderful result.
Wayward Lad won this back in 1982, of course won it in 1983, and continues the Dickinson domination in this race. But now Dickinson family have won it in 6 out of the last 7 runs. So Graham Bradley winning on this horse, Wayward Lad. Robert Earnshaw won on him back in 1983, and our guest commentator this afternoon, John Frankham, was a successful pilot in 1982. Didn't seem to be that much pace on early, and Graham Bradley quickened up on the inside of this fellow here, Burrihill Lad. There he is with Jenny Pittman, and on the far side, little bit disappointed Stan Riley, but one or two of Jenny's horses running a bit below par of late, although she has had a winner earlier on this afternoon elsewhere, and well, you don't know. Burrihill Lad, just a little bit of a disappointment here. The ground should have suited him, but there's our winner, Wayward Lad. And John McCurrick has news, no doubt, of more relief than the bookmakers.
Wayward Lad has won it. Coombs Ditch is second, and Earls Brigg is third, and Burrihill Lad is fourth. I'll give you the starting prices first of all. Wayward Lad returned at 12-1. Earls Brigg is second, and Coombs Ditch is second at 3-1. Earls Brigg is third at 7-1. Burrihill Lad, the fourth horse, went off the 5-4 on favourite. And there, Wayward Lad, not only the first horse ever to win the King George 3 times, 6 horses have won it twice, of course, and he was one of them. He's the 4th longest prize winner there's ever been in 35 runnings of the race. There were 106 Statecraft in 51, and 106 Rose Park in 56, and the equivalent 16-1 Royal Marshall 9 years ago. But Wayward Lad at 12-1, followed by after A&O 14-1, has given bookmakers the finest Christmas present I can ever remember. 14-1, that great old favourite Wayward Lad.